Hey guys, so I wanted to do a quick video on the unboxing and demonstration of one of the crowdsource funding projects that I got into on Kickstarter. So this is a lift that's used for taking heavy objects from the ground into your truck and then back off without having to actually lift it. It does all the lifting for you. What the greatest thing about this is it uh, lifts it, but it also allows you to slide it into the bed of your truck really easy. It runs off 48 volts battery, lithium ion battery. It supports up to 440 pounds, and the slide mechanism is really easy to do. It is kind of tricky to get used to when you load it into your truck, because when it's not loaded, empty, you have to hold up the lifting mechanism, which is kind of heavy. It probably weighs, I think, about 100 and 150 pounds. Now you're not holding the whole thing, obviously. It's supported by your truck. You're just keeping it from tilting and falling down while the lifting mechanism is being raised, so that you can slide it into your truck, and then it lifts off of the ground, allowing the cart's wheels to let you move it around. So I'm gonna sit here and show some of the unboxing of this, uh, but I'll go through the story. What I understand, what all this came from was this guy in Oregon. I think they live in Oregon. Was picking up supplies, some stuff from Lowe's, bricks, and maybe like landscaping, pavers, and stuff like that. And uh, I think he's into marketing, and his son is an engineer. So his son saw the trouble that his dad was having bringing these supplies up in and off of the truck, on and off, and decided he would modify a cart to to make it easier, so his dad can get it on and off the truck. And his dad they both kind of talked about it. And his dad, being in marketing, had contacts in China. And apparently, from what I understand, he began to have the idea of the Kickstarter to see, could they get the funding, since he had the resources, his son had the engineering experience, to kick off this project. And they did. And I was one of the donors, I guess, one of the investors. Uh, the cart itself, completely done, came to, I think it was about $1,000 for the whole cart. Shipped was another, I don't know, I think it was about $200 to ship it. So it was $1,200 for the cart. If it goes into production, of course, it's going to be quite a bit more than that. But you'll see in this video that it saves a lot of time. I was able to, it did take a while, probably about, I don't know, 3, 4, maybe 5 months from the time I got into Kickstarter to the time it got delivered. I think I paid for it in May or April, and then I got it in the beginning of October. Now, that also is how long it took for them to build uh, the actual lift, assemble it, have it all packed up and ready for shipping. Plus, they made some modifications from testing, bigger wheels, uh, and got it all together so that they can go ahead and ship them out. So I got it. I took it to Lowe's, or actually Home Depot, because I had to get some landscaping bricks for our garden. And I think the first load was for 20, which were, I think, 22 pounds each. So that came to 440 pounds, which is the max weight for it. And I had no problems. You'll see at the end of this video, there's a demonstration with not the, no, it's with the full load, 440 pounds, where I take it off the truck, and it's pretty easy. Now, the only problem I had when you had 440 pounds sitting on the truck was getting the cart moving, because as I rolled it onto the truck, the wheels were pointing one way, the casters. To get the cart moving again, the wheels, of course, have to flip around. And my bed has those grooves in it, and it had a hard time getting the wheels to roll around. But you'll see near the end of the video how the demonstration works. I also had one little issue with the when I first got the cart disassembled. There's a small section in the video where it shows that the rocker switch for the up and down operation was broken. Well, it wasn't broken. It just came apart while it was in shipping, and they packed it very well. The cart didn't go anywhere. It was well packed, but that for some reason that switch came apart inside the box where the battery compartment is. When you receive it, the battery's disconnected, so you have to open up the front of the panel, connect the battery so you can get things operational. It comes with a charger. It's a 48-volt battery. And I had to look at the switch. I had to look at the switch and reassemble it, basically. So the contactors had fallen out when the back had fallen off, and then push it back together. Once I kind of got that figured out, went back together, everything worked fine. It didn't break. The switch itself wasn't broken. Other than that, I do have a remote, because to get up and down, you have to get down on the ground to get to the switch and hold it there. I'm going to put in a wireless remote so that I can get up and down. The only thing you have to remember, which is critical, is that you have to hold the lift and support it when it's not loaded, because the weight of the battery compartment and the actuator is heavier when the slide is open, and it will rock as weight shifts while you're lifting up the actual base of the lift. The weight of it, the center of balance shifts, and you have to hold it and support it. So you can do that while you're doing it with a remote. You just need to make sure that you support it. You can't really you can do it standing away from it, as long as you're just lifting it straight up and down. Once you shift that center of balance, you need to support it. Okay, now I got it all unwrapped. I still got it in a box and on the pallet. What you need to do is take off these two screws over here, the two screws on that side. You just grab it from the bottom, pull this panel off, and you'll connect the yellow connector to the battery. Now mine this switch had come apart, and there's luckily the two contacts. You'll see two kind of long, about this long contacts that fell out. And all you do is you lay them over. You'll see on the inside the switch, there's two metal nubs. Be careful, those can fall out too. So if they're not in there with two springs, look around in the box to see if maybe they have fallen out, or look inside here. And you just lay the contacts on top of those nubs on each side, two of them. There's a, actually it goes curled up like this. You'll see notches on each side of those nubs that those contacts fit into, and then hold the switch upright and snap the switch back in place. Let me see. I'm gonna take this off so I can show you exactly what way it goes. All right, got the screws off. Grab it by the bottom, pull it, and pull it out. And this is your battery connection. So pay attention to this connector here. Mine was falling apart. Mine had completely disconnected, and all of these wires, the part that the wires plug into was disconnected from the switch. Inside the switch, there are two contactors, and there's a little metal nub with a spring. That nub and spring, the spring and then the nub goes into the part that's on the metal plate here. And then the contactor goes cupped up into the part of the switch that's in the plate. Hold it upright like this. This is just in case you have this problem. Then once you have them both in, you'll see there's guides on each side of the nubs of where that contactor slides into, and it's cupped up. So here's what it looked like when I got mine. See those two metal nubs? This was how it looked when I pulled it out. These are the little contactors. They were sitting, actually they fell out of the box. One was sitting up here, and the other one actually fell on the ground when I opened it up, because you have to open it up to hook the battery up. So you leave these like these. These have like little silicone on them, so that the nubs should stay. You take this part, of the switch, you'll see some little openings for the contactor. You put the contactor cupped up. So you put it just like that. I should be able to see it. And then you put the other contactor in. Come on. There you go, just like that. Now, those nubs should stay in there. You got to keep this up, turn this down, and push it. You want to push it so that the
to see. It looks like the black wire is on the right side. And then you should have the panel just like this. So you go ahead and you flip it up and slide it in, and it should snap into place. Be careful you don't push the switch out. Now we can turn it on. You should see power on here. It's kind of sunny out, so you can't really see it. And then you can test up and then down. That's how we make sure everything's working like it should. Then go ahead and turn it off, wrap it back up.
All right, so now I'm going to get ready to pull it off of the box, and you'll notice right away what I meant by center of balance. How the weight of the motor, actuator, and the battery makes it front heavy when it's extending. So you have to make sure that you lock the wheels, and then there are two latches that unlocks the slide, and then when you pull the slide out, you have to hold it so that it doesn't run off on you. This is the first time I've used it. It's the first time I've done anything with it, and I'm just trying to get it out of the box. So once I have the slide out, I go ahead and turn on the battery or turn on the motor, hit the up actuator, then that lifts it. Then you slide the cart over onto the actual frame. There's two latches right there to the left and right of the box that locks the slide. Then you go ahead and bring it down. And then once the wheels hit the ground, you just keep going up, and the actual frame will lift up into the actual above the wheels, and then you're able to roll it around after you unlock the wheels. Once you have the slide in place, make sure that you latch it back in place. It comes with some straps. They're not the greatest of straps. They're good to hold down, anything that you might have on the cart that may be blowing away from the wind or anything like that. But it's really, really a strong, sturdy cart. With the 440 pounds on it, it slid back and forth without any issues. At first, the motor kind of strained a little bit, but it was at its max weight. So I'll show you a demonstration of that here in a second.
All right. This is how this thing loads. I got it charged up. You open up your tailgate. Turn it on. Now you have to unlock the wheels. Take it out. Close to the truck. Unlock these. to hold this. Lock the wheel. And you have to hold it. Lock these back up. Yes. Lock them. Not bad, huh? Now once you get it loaded, that'll help keep it on the truck and you won't have to hold it up so much. Only when it's empty you have to bring it up to hold it while it's going up, because the back is heavier. But once you have it loaded, you won't have that problem. Then to bring it down, it's the opposite. Turn it off, put it away. Oops. All right, we got a 440-pound load of bricks. There it goes. Pretty nice to do 440 pounds all on your own. Unlock these wheels. That's it. Now the next trick is going to be installing a remote so I don't have to reach down. Done. Like, subscribe.